Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another edition of Netters Network Thursday Things. Now, my guest hasn't arrived yet, so I'm going to introduce my co-host. You know him as that guy at the end of the bar, the love of my life, Troy Pacelli. How you doing tonight, sweetie? And what are you sipping on?
I am doing great. Thank you so much. I am sipping on a Rockstar Pure Zero energy drink just because I had a bit of a headache and I figured it would help. And I am so thankful that they arrived today. They were supposed to have arrived yesterday, and I was afraid I was going to be going through caffeine withdrawal.
You don't drink that much of the stuff.
Well, not only is it an important part of my morning, it's kind of my get up and go in the morning.
It's your breakfast.
It's my breakfast. That's absolutely true.
Yeah, it's like I'm alternating between my water and stealing sips of your energy drink because I have a little bit of a headache. I don't know what it is. There just I must be the weather, because the weather around here has been changing, where we've had rain, it's been cool, then it's been hot, then rain, and then rinse and repeat. So I think just because the weather being weird, occasionally I've been getting headaches. So yay, fun.
Yeah.
Well, because I don't have my guest yet, let me just jump in and saying hello to the chat. So first we have is of course the beautiful and lovely Lady Mist saying good evening.
I've been encouraging her in the chat tonight because she's just a rock star in there with the wielding the blue wrench, and then she comes in and she
rock star,
yes, exactly. And then she's dropping the blue hearts and whatnot. I don't know. One of these Fridays, I'm gonna have to sing a song for you, Lady Miss. Something blue Bayou or something like that. We'll see.
I'm thinking, can you hit all the notes in that? You might be able to. I know I can.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, no, I could. Oh, Blue Bayou is one that I've actually been wanting to do for a while.
Linda Ronstadt, right?
Well, she does the best version of it, but there have been other covers of it.
It's the only version I know.
Maybe someone in the chat can help me out with this. Didn't Roy Orbison have the original release of Blue Bayou? Somebody. I don't remember.
Yeah. But anyway, next up we have Mr. Londell's Groovy Movies. That's a cool name.
Absolutely. And he said he's got a watch party coming up. So make sure you're subscribed to his channel.
Yeah.
And get in on that watch party.
And of course, Matt Anui. How you doing, sweetie?
Good to see you, buddy.
And Big Al Presents saying good evening to everyone.
Yep. And speaking of watch parties, looking forward to tomorrow night. Absolutely.
Then we get that netter person saying hi to everybody.
She's so pretty.
Let's see. Everyone's saying hello to everybody.
Which is awesome.
Yes, it is.
I love seeing the community being a community.
And then we have, of course, Evelyn Hampton. How you doing, sweetie?
Honor and success, Admiral. Good to see you.
Mm-hmm. And Deleted Scenes. How you doing, sweetie?
I'm guessing you just got home, right? I'll tell you, he spreads himself so thin, but we appreciate you too, Stephen. You are awesome.
I think we have to do what Troy did. On his channel, he has a list of all of his blue wrenches, and I think I'm going to have to put all mine in there, because for the longest time it was just Deleted Scenes, just dropping links. Now I've got Deleted Scenes doing. I got Lady Mist. I think there's somebody else that's been dropping links in.
I'm not sure that I have all the blue wrenches listed, but definitely the ones that I see like every week. I figure if nothing else, if you guys are going to be here on a regular basis every week, let me at least tag in the description, so that when I say, make sure you subscribe to everybody below, your name is in there. Yeah. It's the least I could do for you. It's not like we're paying you or anything.
And then, of course, we have Gorilla's Rando Thoughts. How you doing, sweetie? And Samuel Proctor. 'Tis Things Thursday.
Yeah, Things Thursday. Exactly.
Let's see. And there's Jeff B. How you doing, sweetie?
Hey, Jeff B.
Just want to make sure. My chat likes to jump, so I'm trying to go slow. Okay, I think I'm at the bottom. So welcome, everyone. As I said, for those of you who have just joined us, my guest hasn't arrived yet. Yeah, I sent the link.
I'm guessing that there's probably some sort of a major Disney sheep emergency. So maybe that's what's holding them up. I know these things happen.
Yeah, it's like, or it could be one of those things where the time zones got confused. It happens. I mean, even though I always tell everyone 9 Central, 10 Eastern, it's still easy to get something confused, especially if you're Pacific, because then you have to do more math.
And Gorilla Random Thoughts. No, I gave the translation. I said it in English, but if you need to hear it, kapla nu nesh.
He's fluent.
Yep. Well, I'm conversational. I can get by.
Okay, I'll go with that.
I mean, I guess people that don't speak Klingon at all would think that I'm fluent, but no, I'm a beginner. I'm totally a beginner.
Well, I know that you can like look at the words and you can pronounce them properly, and if somebody says something, you do that head tilt thing, go, okay, they're saying this.
Yeah,
you know?
it's I speak Klingon about as well as I speak, well,
English?
maybe not as no. I'm pretty good with English. When I haven't been drinking, I'm really good with English. But I was gonna say I speak Klingon about as good as I speak Spanish, but I do think I speak Spanish a little bit better. So, but it's very similar in that I'll get every second or every third word. So it's usually enough for me to get the gist of what the sentence is getting at.
There you have it.
There was a problem at Disney World this week with a bear in the park that tried to get on some rides. That's true. So
but did they have a fast pass?
It could very well be that the shepherd had to deal with the bear. So
there you go.
That's entirely possible. No, that she's not even joking. There was a real bear that got into the park, and it was like, the heck?
That's amazing.
I mean, it doesn't sound like it was like, anyone was, well, potentially people would have been in danger, but I didn't hear that there was any, direct interaction with the bear or anyone got hurt or anything.
There's a question for you that I just highlighted.
How good is your Italian? Okay. That's a great question. So
if it's food related, excellent.
Yeah. And I can swear really good in Italian too. So when I was at university, I did not have to take a language course. I kind of placed out of it because I had taken 4 years of Spanish in high school. And but what I did decide to do was audit an Italian 101 class, just because I figured I should at least have some background, right? Well, I got a background, but it was so hard. I was glad I was auditing it because it would have brought my grade point average down so badly. It was just enough like Spanish to confuse the heck out of me. And I was constantly thinking in Spanish, and it was kind of a mess. So yeah, not very good, but enough. I'll tell you what, you want to know more about languages, especially Italian?
Oh, yeah.
Check out the Metatron. He is the guy to follow.
If you want to drop his link in the chat, feel free.
I will. Let's see. Mr. Londell is saying that he lost
his copy of Conversational
Klingon. Let me tell you, I have
many Klingon.
I may actually have 2 copies of Conversational Klingon. There were 2 different editions. Power Klingon, Klingon for the Galactic Traveler. Was that all of the language? The Warriors, the Way of the Warrior.
Oh yeah.
And a bunch of books in both English and Klingon. So I've got Much Ado About Nothing, Gilgamesh. What was Christmas Carol? What's that Shakespeare? To Be or Not to Be? Hamlet. Got Hamlet in Klingon. So yeah, I've got a lot of the literature.
It's like, I know I have extra copies of The Way of the Warrior. I just have to find them.
Yep.
Because it's like, it's like when you got something and you put it in a safe place, and then you can never remember where the safe place is. That's where mine in. So Evelyn said that bears are common in Florida along with alligators and iguanas. And Salmon Proctor said, and Scorpio Martinus is another good language channel. I don't know that one, so we're gonna have to check that one out. He says, and Simon Roper. Hey, Boomer, how you doing?
Yeah, so the Metatron, those of you that are on my MeWe group, I drop some of his videos from time to time. If I don't drop them, then somebody else oftentimes does and says, "Hey, Troy, did you see this?" He actually touches on a lot of just completely separate from me, not like he's ever seen a video of mine, and usually I make these comments before I even see his videos. He does a lot of videos about history. So he's had a lot to say about the recent trend in the ESG representation and changing history to meet the sensibilities of modern audiences. He's had a lot to say about that, but he's had some great language videos as well. So very, very interesting stuff.
Yeah, Metatron, some of his are so funny. Like, he was doing one on Italian.
What it really was is he was kind of taking offense at a very, very popular, think of it as like what is the hacks channel that everyone
5 Minute Crafts,
like 5 Minute Crafts, but it's like 5 minute, the equivalent of 5 Minute Crafts videos, but for language. It's some guy supposedly telling people how to pronounce words in different languages, and
it's so wrong.
He listens and he goes, it's just terrible. He's like, do not listen. There are other much better channels out there to get the pronunciation of words. Don't go to this video. And he did a couple of he went to some of the Japanese.
Linguini.
Oh, he's
fettuccine,
Lamborghini, and he's like, oh my gosh, I joke with Boomer a lot. Oh, by the way, hi Boomer, I see you there. About Mario and Luigi and how funny I think that is. Well, that's fine when you're purposely doing the mock Italian shtick, right? As part of comedy, that's fine. When you're really trying to teach somebody how to pronounce something in Italian,
you don't exaggerate like that.
Don't just pronounce it correctly. And so many of the things he said was just flat out wrong. It's like, yeah, I trust a guy whose first language is Italian far more than, I think he's
just some guy,
French guy or something like that. I don't know, but great, very, very funny videos, that very kind of dry European style of humor. But I like him a lot. Definitely check him out. Especially if you're one of those guys that follows like the sword community, like Shadiversity and those kinds of guys.
Like him,
he's very much in there with them. He's done collaborations with them and whatnot.
Yeah, it's like he's into a whole bunch of stuff because he does all the different languages, etymologies of the languages. He's into the history, like Troy was saying. It's a really interesting channel to watch.
Sorry to do this to you on your own channel, but it's etymologies. Etymology is the study of words, whereas entomology is the study of bugs. so
maybe he studies.
He may do, but I know you meant etymology. Etymology. See, you got me doing it now. Hey, Philip Gaming, how you doing? Good to see you.
I'm being attacked in my own chat.
I didn't mean to attack. I just had to I wouldn't have if it wasn't that we're specifically talking about this topic of words. So I figured if there's one time I got to correct you, it's got to be on this topic. Yeah.
For those of you just joining us, my guest hasn't shown up yet, so we're just kind of chatting amongst ourselves. If anyone knows a different way to contact Disney Sheepherder, I've Twittered him. And,
Samuel Proctor, little did Troy know that entomology is actually the study of Ents and the Entwines. Little Lord of the Rings humor there. And welcome, Connie Cleary. You are not late. You arrive exactly when you intend to. another Lord of the Rings
And besides,
reference.
my
There we
guest
go.
is very late. So
And entomology, using this wrong is a good way to piss off a language professor. Yes, yes, exactly. Yeah, good point. Good point. Oh my gosh, you guys are so much fun. You really are. This is what I said. You know, after we had a previous, we've had a couple people that missed the stream on us, and it happens. I understand that. But ever since, it's like sometimes just hanging out with the chat and just chatting is plenty of fun.
it's like, and also for those of you just joining us, I am still 2 away from 275, so I can have the trivia contest. And once I get that 275, I'm going to set that up, and everyone that is in the chat can participate in it, because it's like you might know the answer to question number 1 and nobody else does, whereas somebody else might know the question or the answer to, you know, like question 2 and you don't. So everyone in the chat can participate in this. And what will happen is, so let's say I say something like, what color is the sky? And you'll put in your answer, and then off screen, so you can't see what the actual answer is, I'll put in the answer, blue. Or of course, right now it's night, so black. And spin the wheel. Anyone who put in that, you know, the sky is blue, their names will be written down, and they'll get a point. So it's like, if you don't know the answer to question number 2, you just got 1 point. You know, and like I said, you might know the answers that other people don't know, and vice versa. So whoever has the most points at the end of, I think I'm coming up with 15 questions, you win prizes. And it actually takes the top 3. And these are going to be questions about me and Troy, our channels.
How well do you stalk us?
So, you know, personal stuff about us. We're always talking about each other. So, you know, personal stuff about us, the things that, you know, have been in our videos where it's like, wait, I remember that. What video was that?
How well, I kind of wasn't kidding. How well do you know us? You want to share the screen? I
can do that.
Bring that up. Thank you for this, Big Al. This is,
how do I make it switch just that? I want.
That's fine. That's good enough. Went to the Magic Kingdom today, and there was no wait times. Best day ever. Yeah, that's pretty much what I've been hearing about Disney. But yeah, that's.
Girl Random Thought said that's discriminatory against against us who serve from CRS. Can't remember.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly right.
I have most days like true. That. It's like
I would tell you, just as you're listening to us, write down all the trivia, take notes, but that, you know, might look creepy to somebody someday. He's keeping a notebook on these YouTubers.
It's like, hey, you know.
Absolutely.
But yeah, it's just going to be different things about me and Troy, about our, you know, things that happen on our channels. So, you know, kind of take a look back at things that, you know, like maybe guests that we've had, things like that.
What's new and what's going on with us. As a matter of fact, speaking of what's going on with me, I gotten some new toy deliveries recently.
Yes,
some of my projects are coming along. So those of you that remember the 80s, remember Return of the Jedi, might remember the Ewok Village playset. Well, that thing is too expensive on the secondary market these days. Even if I wanted to go and get the actually better version of it, the Sherwood Forest Robin Hood Prince of Thieves playset, very, very expensive. So I literally decided to start building it from scratch. And so right now the 3 tree trunks are different sizes of PVC pipe. And I did up the what do you call it, the landing or whatever, with foam core and
once it's
bamboo
done,
skewers, and that's coming. Come on, Troy. We aren't Ryan, who has
a big black binder on everyone.
Oh yeah, well no, because yeah, Yeah, that's true. He does. He does. And I think that's very impressive. And you know, it's awesome for what he does because he does the Rising Stars, but it's also good in the sad instances like he's had to do very recently, where he does in remembrances of YouTubers that we lose.
Yeah.
But yeah. So but anyway, I've kind of put the Ewok Village aside for the moment because yesterday my almost more than a year pre-order from Hasbro Pulse finally arrived. Jabba's Throne Room. Yes, it's Book of Boba Fett, Bib Fortuna Throne Room, but I refuse to call it that. To me, it's Jabba's Throne Room, and I got it set up with the play set of the Han Solo and Carbonite, wall segment and archway. And I'm going to be building up Jabba's palace in the coming months. So yeah, just thought I'd share that as well. But there you go. Binders full of YouTubers. Mitt Romney probably. Yes, exactly. Exactly. They made a lot out of that. And JPRPH1, greetings. So good to see you, my friend. You are awesome. And
yeah, I'm dropping my high
just
speed.
double checking to make sure we are caught up. And something else that is new going on with me. Those of you that follow me on Twitter have probably seen this already. I just posted before we went live, but I have now passed 666 subscribers. So I got a clip at 666 because that's going to be part of my thumbnail. And in October, we will be doing a watch party of The Omen from, I think that was 1976. I want to say it was 1976. You were a youngin'. Yeah. So that is in October. And I have reached out to Greg from Fanzine to see if he might like to join us. Yeah, I'm actually well past 666. I'm at 686. So I've been there for about a week now. So I feel like I'm safe, that they've stuck. Yeah. And even if I do regress a little bit, I don't think I'm going to lose 20. So.
Now here's the weird thing. He had Maria with T and Telly.
Yep.
Actually, I had Maria with T and Telly.
You a week ago.
And he gets all these subs suddenly. It's like, where's my subs?
During that stream, I mentioned this. I mentioned my intent to do that. And Maria said, we'll get you there. We'll get you there. Literally, by the end of the stream, I was over 680. Yeah. And I'm like, Maria, what the hell did you do?
Yeah, it's like, where's my subs? I need
She starts laughing. And I'm like, I'm chalking this up to Maria Magic. That's the only thing I can say. It had to be it. So
yeah, well, I need 2. Just 2. So I can do the trivia night. And I always say that the numbers aren't for me, they're for you guys, because every time I hit a milestone, I give you guys stuff.
I wouldn't have brought up the politics, except I'm going to go ahead and comment because Samuel Proctor brought it up. Speaking of Romney, he's officially
announced that he won't be running for senator re-election for my state. Good riddance.
So I had been following this, and I knew he was going to be announcing that. He just had to make it official. And I'll tell you exactly why. He knows he's going to lose, and he just can't stand to lose. And I am encouraged by both Republicans and Democrats right now, because I see a huge populist movement happening among the Democrats. This coming presidential election is probably going to determine whether or not Robert Kennedy Jr. stays with the Democrats or starts looking third party. And if he goes third party, I would be all for that. And I think there's a lot of Republicans that should go in with him in a populist third party. But I also see a lot of populist Republicans starting to primary out a lot of rhinos. So I think it's good on both sides.
See, and this new party, they're going to be called the Other Guys.
The Other Guys.
Guys.
Yeah, I'm thinking. Well, of course they'd have to decide to do it, and then they'd have to name it themselves. But I'm thinking it should be the Populist Party or something that gets that across. Speaking of populists that are primarying out rhinos in Texas. Brandon Herrera is a big two-way YouTuber that I enjoy a great deal. Definitely worth the follow, because the first video of his I saw was several years back on May the 4th. He did a video because some handgun manufacturer had put out a special in the style of a Mauser, a 22, but it was decked out to look like Han Solo's blaster.
Yeah, I remember that one.
So he did this whole video dressed as Han Solo and blah, 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 blah. And he's showing it firing, and he did a joke with someone dressed as a stormtrooper. And, you know, he's like, can I try? And he shoots and he misses. And he's like, of course, because you're a stormtrooper. He goes, no, it's the helmet. He goes, yeah, it's the helmet. He goes, seriously? And he takes the helmet off. Bang, 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 bang. He goes, wow, I guess it really was the helmet. Then he does what he usually does is the White Claw penetration test. He puts up White Claws and shoots at them. But instead he does the
oh yeah, he did the blue milk at one point.
He had blue and green milk on the table, and he shoots bang, 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 and he shoots all the blue ones, and the green ones on either end are still up. And he says, and in case you're wondering why I didn't hit the green ones, it's because I was only shooting at the ones that actually appeared in real Star Wars films. I like this guy. Subscribe. Boom. Well, he's now running for state rep in Texas, and he's primarying out somebody who ran on pro 2A, promises, and then signed the red flag laws bill with Democrats. So he's like, screw that. He says, I feel like throwing my career away. I think I'll run for state rep. So,
and if nothing else, he's a very good looking guy.
Thank you. Yeah, he is. He really is. Thanks so much for dropping that for me, Deleted Scenes. I was going to ask you to do that if I could just shut up long enough to change gears. But yeah, no, subscribe to Brandon Herrera. When you get there, you'll under his multiple like other channels or whatever, he's got a secondary channel that he I don't know what he's used it for in the past, but right now he's using it for specifically talking about what he's doing with his campaign and whatnot. It's really kind of cool. But it's been a crazy year for him, because he did some sort of a challenge with a bunch of other YouTubers where he went and got into a boxing ring with them, and got into a boxing match with some other 2A YouTubers and stuff, and he actually won apparently, and he was as surprised as anyone. And then he decided to run for state rep. I'm like, what the?
And Gorilla Random Thoughts says, wasn't he the one who recreated the duct tape gun that was used against former Japanese prime minister, and it blew up right next to him?
Yes, it did.
And all he had for cover was a plastic barrel. Wow.
Yes, that's absolutely right. That video got a YouTube nasty, and I don't know if it got taken. Yeah, it got taken down.
Yeah,
and so he had to
YouTube
put it back up. And he said, of all the things that I've gotten hit by from YouTube, this one, it's kind of my fault, and I kind of understand. And basically it was because he explained how to make black powder, and you're not supposed to do that on YouTube. Yeah. It's like, and I knew that, and I messed up. I was so focused on other things that I wasn't supposed to do that I overlooked that. But anyway, it did lead to the phrase, you can ban guns, but you can't ban my balls. And the reason is because that duct tape gun fired, metal balls. And so he turned it into a t-shirt, and it was very funny.
Yeah, I wanted to circle back to what you're saying about the Omen. Mr. Londell said, Omen, definitely a groovy movie. Wish I had thunk of it earlier when I was getting my Halloween lineup together. Yeah, and you know what? I've done Halloween lineups. I know Big Al has done too. And once you're locked in, you kind of got to stick to what you plan, because if you've got a plan, changing one movie throws it all off. Now, Mr. Lundell, I have 2 movies coming up in October for the Halloweeny season. One is The Conjuring. The other one is Corpse Bride. If you'd like to be a co-host on either of those,
Yeah,
drop me a DM on Twitter. I'd love to have you on.
absolutely. Absolutely. Be
That's
a lot of fun.
I do every other Saturday with Big Al. I've got them up so you can see which dates they are. Let's see. I should be the 28th is Corpse Bride of October. So it's the 14th is The Conjuring and the 28th is Corpse Bride.
Gorilla Random Thoughts, you might want to consider asking Netter to join you for the Poltergeist 3 rewatch.
Ooh, yeah.
She was actually in it.
I was.
Just saying. Just, if you want to have someone on your channel who was actually in the movie, that would be Netter.
Yeah, I could tell you about some of the weird stuff that happened while we were filming.
Yep. And I could tell you some of the things that I heard about. I wasn't actually on set or anything like that, but I worked with a couple guys that lived near where they were filming. So, but yeah.
And I think that's where I learned the interesting fact that, you would think that they would film things in order, but they don't. They film they could film the ending first and then, somewhere near the beginning, then something else, but nothing's in order. And then they put it all together. I didn't know that before I was in this film, and it was like, oh, really? Is that how they do it?
Yep.
Because I guess it depends on what spots are available, what the lighting is going to be like, things like that, like who's available and all that for filming. And so it was really interesting to find that out.
Yep.
And my allergies are acting up, so my nose is itching. So excuse me for scratching my nose.
Is it premature to say God bless you?
Oh no, I don't feel sneezy, just itchy.
Okay.
Because it had the windows open because it's been really nice. And I must be allergic to pollen or something because I've got the crud in my throat and my nose keeps itching.
And speaking of rewatches, next week so a week from tomorrow, on Last Call, my special guest will be Culture Casino.
Yeah.
Someone I've been wanting to have on for a long, long time. And we are going to be watching the often forgot, and personally I think underrated, Bruce Willis film, Hudson Hawk. He was on another channel a couple weeks ago. They were talking about it, and I'm like, hey, would you be interested in coming on to do a watch party of it? And he goes, yeah, and we had to figure out a date. So that'll be next week, unless, of course, he can't make it. Then we'll have to reschedule. Netter asks me, she's like, do you have that on DVD? I'm like, I actually have 2 copies of it in DVD. I had gotten Hudson Hawk, as a standalone DVD, but I had also picked up a Bruce Willis 3-pack. So, and it contained Hudson Hawk. So I actually have 2 copies of it. So there you go. But Mr. Lundell says, cool, I'll check them out and let you know sometime. Bear in mind, you're always invited to my watch parties as well. This Saturday will be an obscure Hammer film, Nightmare from 1964. Age of Boomer, do you know that one? You know the Hammer film is a little bit better than I do. Itchy, the 8th dwarf who was cut from the story. Well, yeah, and he's probably glad he was when he sees what's going on with this live action remake. What is it? Off-White and the 7 hippies of various sizes. Oh gosh. I'll tell you what's funny is, how the algorithms work on the YouTubes. You watch some videos of, like a couple of them by different YouTubers on the same topic, and you suddenly start getting, and I'm getting a whole bunch of videos from YouTubers I've never heard of before that are talking about this Snow White remake. And there's one short that came up. I think I shared it on Twitter the other day. Some YouTuber, I'm guessing his content is not something I would ordinarily follow. I'm I'm making gross assumptions here about someone that I don't know. I only know from a 30-second video, but I am inclined to believe he's probably much farther left than I am, politically speaking, and we probably have very different opinions on many lifestyle issues. But I'll tell you, he was spot on in the video that he did, mocking the elements of Off-White. I was like, my gosh, when you lose the lefties and the Rainbow Coalition, chances are you've really jumped the shark on your ESGs,
Yeah, Big L says, watching a Hammer film on my channel in September. Captain Kronos, Vampire Hunter.
You know what? I need to get that, and which that means I'm going to have to get the Blu-ray because the DVD.
Wait, that's a real thing?
It is. Yeah, it is the what is
Who
it?
names these things?
What is that, Big Al? The Karstock trilogy or something like that. And I've been wanting to get those for a while. I got 2 of them on DVD, and I couldn't get Captain Kronos. And then I think it was Aged Boomer who said, "Oh yeah, the DVDs are out of print, but you can get them on Blu-ray." And I just never got around to getting them on Blu-ray, so I'm gonna have to do that, like Toot Sweet, if we're gonna be doing a rewatch of those. So
yeah, Mr. Londellis is doing this Saturday A Nightmare from 1964. Cool.
Yep. Yeah. So Aged Boomer said, I thought I saw a comment from him. Nope, it was Gorilla Random Thoughts who said, I heard that movie is. Oh, you heard the Off-White was getting scrapped. See, I heard that too, and I am not certain about that. It does make sense. The tell is them pushing it out because of and using the strike as an excuse. I think everything that they've gives them the opportunity to decide to invoke force majeure and say, yeah, we got to get rid of this.
Okay. I got an update from Disney Sheepherder. Says, so sorry, I'm stuck at work. Yeah.
I called it. I said he's probably having a Disney sheep problem. There you go. I was not wrong.
So trying to reschedule him for October 5th. So let's see if he's available then.
Wow, Aged Boomer, thank you so much. He just sent me an Amazon link. There is Captain Kronos Vampire Hunter available widescreen DVD. There you go. I'll have to get that.
Because he knows own physical media.
Absolutely. I will set that aside because I'm going to have to decide between new and used. But, and I'll look at that at the end of the stream, or after the stream, I should say. But,
you're not on camera. You can look at it now.
No, I mean, I know I could, but I'm doing other things. But, yeah. I'm trying to stay engaged in your stream here. Netter DM over the weekend, flexible. Let's see. And deleted seeds is starting to say it too. Netter, Disney Sheepherder is stuck at work. Oh, never mind. There you go. The Karstein trilogy. Yeah. Vampire Lovers, Twins of Evil, Lust for a Vampire. That's right. Oh, those are those the Captain Kronos? Doesn't Captain Kronos play into that? I don't know because I haven't seen them. I have 2 of those 3 Karsteins, and I don't remember which 3 it is. And I know at least one of those has 2 different titles, and I can't remember. But
all the different movies we have. Yeah, how are you gonna remember all those?
Yeah. But that's why I get them, because then I watch them and then I learn. And that's how I do. That's
That's
fine.
the way the Troy do.
So yeah, I mean, I kind of figured we're coming up on 10 o'clock, so we kind of figured the Disney Sheepherder couldn't. That's fine. We will just reschedule him for probably next month.
He's going to be my guest on October 5th, so just going to reschedule him. So I'm going to recycle the thumbnail for that time. So if you guys get to see it again.
Yep, exactly.
So I'm just letting him know, no worries, things happen. And one thing I don't like about Twitter is I can't type in the emoji. So like I can't do the colon and the parentheses to make the smile face. It just stays a colon in parentheses. So I actually have to go into the emoji and put what I wanted.
I had posted on Twitter about the upcoming Omen watch party, and I credited Maria. I called it Maria's magic, getting me the subscriptions that I needed. She said, "Don't worry, all the others will come back too. I just wanted to make sure you got where you needed to be." And then she posted a GIF of Elizabeth Montgomery doing the nose twitch. And real quick, no worries, we'll get you later.
Everett just said,
Yeah,
no worries.
Yep, it happens.
It's like work happens. It's like, what was it, Friday? I ended up working until 8 p.m. I'm off at 4. At least I'm supposed to be off at 4. I worked until 8 because we're so behind since the riff.
I'm going to do things a little bit backwards here because we are.
You're always backwards.
Yeah, I'm very backwards. I'm going to start writing this down. I would like to ask.
What are you doing, Troy?
I am dropping a link to Lioness Exiled. She has like a political chat show on her channel. She's live right now. So as soon as we wrap up here, it'd be awesome if you guys would all just do a Netters Network, raid over there.
And she doesn't just talk about politics. She talks about a lot of different things.
Well, she's talking about some political
tonight. Okay.
Yeah, she's got a spicy one going on.
If nothing else, she's a real cutie. So
she
for
is.
You guys, eye candy,
she's sweet and young, and she kind of gives me a little bit of hope for the next generation.
She's very intelligent,
but she does have some spicy takes on things that you may not agree with. So I guess trigger warning, if that's what you need. And nothing says you got to stick around, but at least go by and say hi and
maybe give her a thumbs up.
Yeah, give her a thumbs up and say Netter sent.
Speaking of which, have y'all given me a thumbs up today?
Exactly. I see 13 watching and only 9 thumbs up, guys. So show the love. But yeah, we're trying to get Amira over here on Netter's Network some Thursday, so we want to make sure she notices Netter. So make sure you.
It's like she's starting to notice my name in her chat.
Yep, exactly.
And she notices Troy's name in the chat. So yeah, we're trying to get her to.
That's how
notice.
These things.
And she's
work.
not a big channel. She's small like us.
Yep.
But it's like I still want to get my presence, in front of her. That sounded weird, but you know what I mean. Exactly. So that she'll want to come to my channel, talk about her channel, and you guys can see this cute girl.
Phil, how rude.
What's rude?
He gave a thumbs down. But he did it in the chat. Ingrid Pitt made Vampire Lovers and Lust for a Vampire the 2 most favorite of the 3. Okay. Yeah, thanks, Mr. Londell. And I know that all 3 of those films are loosely related to or based on Carmilla, which I have read a number of times. I may have to do a stream. In fact, I think I did mention to Aged Boomer that we would do a talk about Carmilla and the whole trope of the lesbian vampire. Maybe we'll do that in October. We can plan on that. So there we go.
I could say something really rude right now, but I'm not gonna.
It's your channel. You can say whatever the hell you want. I don't care. Thanks so much, Phil.
Do you recall there was a stream that you had where you said a particular thing, and I handed you a piece of paper with a question mark on it about kitties?
I'm not very clear on it, but yes, I remember. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I could say something like that, but no.
Okay, so let's take us through the week. I already mentioned that tomorrow night, 9 Central, 10 Eastern, last call on my channel. We will be having Blue Wrench Deleted Scenes, returning guest. He'll be pulling double duty as guest bartender and maitre d'. We will be doing a little retrospective and discussion on the works of David Lynch. The link is up on my channel. Hope to see you there, and hopefully this chat will spur Deleted Scenes on to set a date where we can start doing some David Lynch rewatches. I think it'd be a great little side project for us. I think it would be a lot of fun. So that's tomorrow night on Last Call.
Good night, Matanui. Have a good night.
Take care, Matanui. Thanks for stopping by. And then Saturday night on Big Al Presents, we are continuing in the Stephen King September. I think that's how he quantified it. That is Maximum Overdrive.
I think I've seen that one.
I have too. All I remember is
I don't remember it though.
A vending machine shooting out sodas at people, and of course the Green Goblin on the front of the semi truck.
That's when you stand out there with the baseball mitt. Like, come on, let me get that soda.
Actually, I think I'd want to be out there with a web thrower, but there you go.
Hey, free soda.
Exactly. So that is
well, for those of you who drink soda.
Saturday on Big Al Presents. Then, speaking of Deleted Scenes, he's going to have a busy weekend because 7 Central, 8 Eastern on Sunday. The Unscripted with Deleted Scenes. I don't know what your topic is going to be this week, but I'm sure it's going to be awesome. And it is a great lead-in to the awesome weekly news show, Geeky Geezers, on Aged Boomer's channel. He's got a really, really annoying sidekick, but if you can look past that, it's otherwise a really, really good show that brings you the week's geeky news, at least the things that we found to be interesting that week. And if we cover some topics that you've heard about on another YouTube channel, I'm betting we probably bring a slightly different perspective. And that is at 8 Central, 9 Eastern, over on Age of Boomers channel. Then back over to Deleted Scenes channel again for the other side of midnight Eastern time, a little bit after 11 Central time, to wind down your weekend. That's the way to go. And I do not know. Secrets and Lies is the title of Unscripted episode 32 on Sunday. That's what I like about it. He gives you a title. You got to kind of guess what the topic's going to be. So Secrets and Lies. Sounds intriguing. So that is the weekend. I'm sure there's some Birdman stuff happening, but I don't know for sure. So make sure you're subscribed to Soundtracks with Birdman. Usually drops a live stream on Monday afternoons and a watch party on Wednesdays. But that brings us around to next Thursday. What are we doing here next week on Thursday, Netter of Netters?
Next Thursday, my special guest will be Lawrence Knight.
Lawrence Knight, yes. Lawrence Knight, who actually he's probably right now over on Amira's channel. So make sure as you leave, you stop by Lioness Exiled and let him know that Netter's Network sent you. That's it. Wednesday's Race with the Devil on Birdman's channel. There you go.
Uh-huh.
Hopefully.
So there we go.
Perfect. Thanks, Big Al. Yeah.
Okay, so that's our week in review.
Yep.
Trying to think there's anything else coming up. You don't have any vids dropping, do you?
No.
Yes,
I've
I
been
still
way
need to edit
behind
some
on
more.
that.
I did drop one not too long ago, so if you haven't checked it out yet, go ahead, check it out. And Trish still has to show me how to do shorts, so I can take parts of that and make them into shorts. But that's it. You know what I always say. We could talk amongst ourselves, and that's all well good and fun. But it's so much more fun when you guys are joining us in the chat and you're dropping your comments, your questions, your trivia, you're being goofy, or whatever it may be. And it doesn't feel like we're separated by miles or continents in some cases. It feels like we're hanging out in the same room, enjoying each other's company and having a really great time. And you're not just our friends. You are our family. We love you guys and we appreciate you so very much. You can be anywhere right now and you choose to be here. And that is so encouraging. I mean, it really is. Thank you all so much for being here. We'll definitely see you next time. Until then, take care of yourselves, okay? Because I know like the flu and stuff is going around, so make sure you take care of yourselves, drink lots of water, you know, and we'll definitely see you next time.
Take
Bye,
care, all.
guys.
Bye-bye.